I want to spend some time now explaining the described question using the information that hopefully you've just worked through. This was on the January 2012 exam paper, and it says this: between 1904 and 1907, Britain made agreements with France and Russia. Describe the main features of the Entente Cordiale and Britain's agreement with Russia. Now, in order to get full marks for a described question, any described question, there are certain criteria that you have to hit. Some of these are very basic. What the examiner is really looking for is 3 or 4 detailed ideas, and all I mean by that is a slightly extended idea, rather than saying this meant Britain fought with France and Russia in 1914 in World War I. Say, for example, why Britain wanted an agreement, not an alliance, what the difference between an agreement and an alliance is. Some extra knowledge that is not in there, that Russia already had an alliance with France before Britain got involved. I'm going to write you an answer and talk it through, but that key thing about detailed ideas is what they're talking about. They haven't got to be long, they've just got to go above the basic. Okay, so my first point says this: Britain had tried really hard to stay out of European affairs. Up until it signed an alliance with Japan in 1902, she had been in splendid isolation. I would get level 2 knowledge for that last bit. There's some evidence there about Japan and evidence there about splendid isolation. It's not directly linked to the question, but it is absolutely useful. The next section would get me some more level 2 knowledge, because it says the main reason Britain formed these 2 alliances, spot the deliberate mistake, agreements, was for overseas colonies. By joining with France, Egypt and Morocco were sorted out, and when they joined with Russia, Tibet and Persia were. They would not look at that alliances, and I would not, as an examiner, give that credit, but I would not also mark down. It's obviously incorrect, but I know what the student is saying. The credit would come for the France with Egypt and Morocco and the Russia with Tibet and Persia. That is level 2 knowledge, and already I'm at 3 out of 4 marks. And finally, because of this agreement, Germany felt encircled and was trying really hard to ensure that the Triple Entente, as it became known, was destroyed. So I've got some information about why Britain joined it, some of the things it dealt with, and the impact it had on Germany. 1, 2, 3, guaranteed 4 out of 4.